moving around objects in the viewport. So right now, this is not moving the object. This is moving the camera looking at the object. To move the object, what we have to do is know that there's 3 buttons over here. W, E, and R on the keyboard allow you to do the very same thing. W to move, E to rotate, R to scale. Okay, W, E, R. So get very used to me not going over here, but you'll see these appear. So if you look at R, it allows you to have this manipulator, and the manipulator has these handles. If I go like this, it allows you to scale in Y, scale in X, or scale in Z. Also get very familiar with the colors. Y is green, Z is blue, X is red. So notice when I click on it though, it becomes yellow. This signifies that I have that highlighted. So what I have to do is a process of elimination in my mind, knowing that the blue and red are there, but no green. So therefore this must be Y. But later on you don't even think about that stuff. In the center there is a universal scalar that allows you to globally or uniformly scale. Okay, move is the same way. So W on the keyboard allows you to move the object in space. And then E allows you to rotate. Okay, and you can rotate via one axis by just clicking on these, or many axes clicking in the center of these. Okay, now that I've messed up the rotation of this object, I can show you how to straighten it out using channel box. Again, channel box can be found under this button. Get very used to going to channel box as a new student. You can see here that I have rotates and scales and translates, and they all have numbers in them. Let's say I want to reset all the rotates. I highlight all these, and then I hit 0 on the keyboard, and it straightens everything out. Likewise, it works for all this. So if I want to reset all of it, 0 on the keyboard. Notice it hopped out of the world. Where did it go? Well, because you don't put 0 on the scale. You put a 1 in there. What's that 1 signify? Whatever units and increments that you're using at the time. So in this case, window, setting and preferences allows you to see that under settings, I'm using centimeters. I would probably use whatever you're used to. In my case, I'm used to inches. Save that out. You can see the world got a lot bigger. So whenever you switch between increments, all the objects do not magically turn to 1 inch. In fact, that box represented 1 centimeter, so it stayed that small. The next box that you click out is a 1 inch box. So if I need a 4 inch box all the way around, 4 inch. Now, it's not really important that you know too much about measurements. It's more important that you know about rotations. Take this for example. If I have this scaled out and I want to rotate it, upon a pivot. In this case, if I stuck a straw into this or a toothpick, I want to rotate it on Y. So I can rotate it with 90 degrees, negative 90 degrees, which is the same as 90 degrees just about, in the fact that instead of typing in 180, it's so much easier to type in negative 90. Okay? And the same with all increments, 30-degree increments if you wanted to. This gets touched all the time. You see that my handle is shrinking, and what happens is when students start getting over here and messing around with 90, negative 90, I notice that their manipulator handle get real small. Plus and minus on the keyboard allows you to change the handle size. Okay? Plus and minus. So let's say I have an object and I rotate it a little bit. And I want to rotate it maybe 30 degrees one way. Notice that it was really hard for me to kind of grab this thing and keep it perfectly rotated. It's so much easier to go over here and type in the degree increment that you want. And in most cases, you're going to be like negative 90 or 90. Alright, so that is the moving of stuff within the viewport. Oh, one last thing is if you click on the word and middle mouse button click and drag, it allows you to rotate freeform in the window based upon whatever that you have highlighted over here. So if I want to rotate on Y, middle mouse button click and drag will allow me to rotate only on Y. Alright, that's it. Please move on to the next video where I can show you some more.